Hey, welcome to Judgment Day. We've got so many amazing looking games to talk about today. It's insane.
Including Tron!
Today on the show, we're taking a look at Tron 2.0 for the PC, F-Zero GX for the GameCube, Jak 2 for PlayStation 2, and Soul Calibur 2. Without further ado, we know you guys have been waiting for our review on this game for a long time. We are finally going to review Tron 2.0 from Buena Vista Interactive and Monolith for the PC. And someone's really excited that he finally got to be able to play.
The wait is finally over after 20 years. It doesn't disappoint.
It really doesn't.
It would be very easy to screw up this movie license and this title, but they didn't disappoint. The graphics are unbelievably stunning. You know, there's not nice flowing waterfalls and different scenery. It is a lot of the same stuff, but it looks phenomenal.
Well, the thing that they've done here is that they've updated the look of the original Tron a little bit. There's more detail in the black spaces. When you're in the light cycles, for example, you can see this world underneath this polished glass surface and reflections all over the place. I love the new outfits and the new sort of look of the characters in the game as well. They look much more menacing. I mean, even Jet Bradley, the new hero, who's the son of Alan Bradley from the original film, by the way. Jet Bradley's all decked out in this really cool superhero-looking type costume.
The great thing is they really paid homage to the original Tron movie,
Absolutely.
and they do so throughout the entire game.
It's obsessively so.
One of the opening cinematics, they showed Jet Bradley kind of playing the old Tron stand-up arcade machine with all the original sounds and stuff.
If you've never seen the film, you're going to be completely, like, lots of stuff going over your head while you're playing this game.
Right.
But if you are a fan of the film, this is going to bring you right back into that world.
Now, some of the music they actually went out and licensed, but took all of those themes and kind of incorporated them in different ways throughout the game.
And how about the new Sid Mead designed light cycles that are in the game?
Yeah, I didn't like the light cycles. I like the old classic
light cycles. You have both.
The one problem I had with it, though, is that the controls...
They take getting used to.
And, you know, some of the jumping puzzles, although there's not too many of them.
I had problems with that, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's very kind of tedious.
It kind of reminded me of Metroid Prime a little bit, because you have a lot of exploring to do. There's a lot of back and forth exploration.
Absolutely.
If you want to get the full story, just like in Metroid Prime, you have to read all of this stuff to sort of fill in the blank spaces.
That was the part of Metroid Prime I didn't like. I'm more about action. I like the way you can, you know, kind of build up your character and upgrade your weapons and things like that.
That was really cool. They have they have this thing called
which they don't do a lot in first-person shooters.
No, it's different. It definitely feels like an RPG. Like, for example, if you want to pick up a power-up, you have to stop and look at it and press a button.
Yes.
In order to upgrade yourself, you have this memory system, just like in a computer. You have to put in subroutines, and the subroutines basically are the abilities that you have. You can upgrade those subroutines so that they become more powerful and they take up less space in your memory. You're learning programming language as you're playing.
But from a gameplay standpoint, I hated after every guy I killed, I'd have to walk up to it.
Right.
You have to press F on the keyboard, and I like playing with the up, down, left, right keys, which is the default setting.
Yes.
You know, so I have to stop, search around for the F key, press the F key to pick up stuff. You know, come on.
You're the world's biggest Tron fan. How can you not like this game? What are you going to give Tron 2.0?
I'm giving it an 8.0.
I'm giving it a 9. On the positive side, we love the visuals in this game, a great update to a classic movie. We love the music from the original Tron film and the way it's been reincorporated here. And we love all the Tron-in jokes that are all throughout this game.
On the negative side, I wish the light cycles were easier to control. The jumping puzzles weren't that fun. And finally, a little too much searching around for my liking. Would have liked to have seen more diverse action.
All right, now let's talk about another update to a classic from video gaming's past. This is F-Zero GX from Nintendo for the GameCube.
Right off the top, the frame rate is incredible in this game.
Right.
And it's got amazing, amazing speed. I've never seen a game move this fast before.
Yes.
To me, this was a negative in the way they've designed the game, because the game,
Of course it was.
The game is so fast,
Yes.
that it gets to be way too tedious. Remember the old F-Zero, you're on a flat surface.
Right.
And you just race around like that.
Which is what you wanted in this version?
Absolutely.
You want
Absolutely.
a flat surface?
No, not necessarily
on the
flat.
GameCube.
Not necessarily a flat surface. You can have hills and valleys and
Right.
stuff. But what they do is they put you on this tube that floats in the air, a half tube.
Right.
And when you go
Some
so
of the tracks
fast,
are like that. There are some that are...
most tracks are like that. There's 20 tracks in the game.
Right.
Most tracks have these things, and it comes up so fast that you're constantly flying off the sides of the tracks, and it just gets too annoying. It's too difficult a game.
I would agree that it's a very difficult game, but all the F-Zero games have been very challenging, going right back to the Super Nintendo. This is not your typical racing game. This is one of those anti-gravity racing games, and all the laws of physics do not apply here. These vehicles travel at more than 1,000 kilometers an hour. This is very, very fast racing, and it's faithfully recreated here. This is the best interpretation of F-Zero that they've ever made.
When you compare it to a Wipeout, I mean, the great thing about Wipeout is that you get weapons.
Yes, I agree.
And you have weapons, and you shoot stuff, and you don't have that in here.
There are no weapons in F-Zero. It's not the same kind of game as Wipeout. Wipeout sort of took a little Mario Kart and a little F-Zero and built a whole new world for itself.
And then you compare the graphically, though, to like a Quantum Redshift, and I know the graphics are okay.
I like the graphics in F-Zero GX. They are not, there's nothing bad I can say about
I'm not saying they're bad, I just don't think they're as good as some of the same similar games that's come out a year ago.
Listen, I was blown away by the look of this game. I think that there are great environments, amazing looking tracks, the vehicles look cool. I love the rendered characters.
I thought they could have had a lot of licensed, cool electronic and techno music like Wipeout does in the past.
I think there's lots of fun to be had in here. There's lots of different things to unlock. The story mode is new.
They have story mode.
Now you follow Captain Falcon, and he goes through this whole sort of thing, and you get to know who he is a little bit more.
They got versus battle mode now.
Yeah, the multiplayer is fantastic, especially the two-player split screen. If you have a widescreen TV, you split it down the middle.
But
you don't take any hits in frame rate. It looks beautiful. It's a great two-player thing.
Why didn't they have this connected to another GameCube
to a LAN or something like that?
LAN where two people could play against each other? Or why not have a game like this online? This is a problem with the GameCube.
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this game, and I know it's going to be seeing a lot of life in my GameCube.
I'm giving it a 7.
On the positive side, there are 20 different tracks to figure out in this game, tons of vehicles to drive, and the graphics are incredible.
On the negative side, this game suffers from too much speed. I mean, it becomes a guessing game as to where to go. The learning curve is very high, and it gets very frustrating. And finally, in this day and age, with all the new games coming out, we expected this one to have some kind of online or LAN play.
After the break, we're going to be talking about Jak 2.